You know, it seemed like a regular day. I mean, I just finished up with all my classes, and I was on my way to pick up Diamond to get ready to go to Bible study, which is something we did every week. I mean, we went to Nashville every week to go to Bible study, and the trip was only about 45 minutes away. So, did I think anything out of the ordinary was going to happen? No. The car just came right through both lanes, and I tried as best as I could to avoid hitting the car, so I turned real sharply to the right. And after that, it was only a battle of regaining control of the car. And once I put my foot on the brakes, that's when the car flipped. And at that moment, I really had to face reality. I thought it was over for me. And if this is it, will I ever see my mother again? Will I ever see my brother get to play ball? Like, my sister, my dad? What about all my family and friends at church? Is this really the end? Am I ready to go? And the car is just flipping and flipping, and the noise, it was just so... It felt like I was... If I was ever to be in the middle of a tornado, that had to be the sound. You heard the crunching of metal, the shattering of glass. You heard things flying. The noise was just excruciating. It's like nothing you could ever imagine. And at that point, the only thing that was keeping me from hitting the ground was the glass that was in front of me. And then that glass, I could see sparks shooting off of the glass. And as the car is flipping and flipping and continuously just jostling us about, I'm sitting there thinking, like, which turn, which flip is going to be my last? Which flip is going to take me out? God. And I really prayed at that moment. I was like, God, please keep me. And as the car was flipping, it just felt like it would never end. And I was getting cut up. I was getting seatbelt burns all over my body. My head was going back and forth. And you couldn't make sense of everything because everything was just going so fast. It was flipping so fast. And what was the most awkward thing about it was it came to an abrupt stop. And I had full consciousness the entire time. And it came to an abrupt stop, and I'm sitting there thinking, like, oh my goodness, like, I didn't even feel that I was alive. So I looked over, and I couldn't see anybody, so I'm like, oh, why, like, I'm gonna be responsible for Diamond if she's not alive. So I just, like, I had to get myself together. I was like, Diamond, like, get out the car. And at that instant, she fell down, and she got out. So that was a major relief. That was a big relief. And the next thing is, okay, now it's time for me to get out the car. So then I attempted to get out, but I noticed I couldn't. Like, something was holding me back. Like, what is this holding me back? Why can't I get out the car? So as I look back, and my leg is out the windshield, and the entire car is on top of my leg. So what I had to do to escape was I had to crawl deeper into the car, and I had to tuck my legs to my chest, and I was able to, it was a good thing I had on flip-flops, because those flip-flops, they flew off, and I just had my foot, and I was able to slide my foot through. Although I had to, it cut up a little bit, I was able to slide my foot through and get free and crawl out, because the only other option would have been to break my leg, and I found a better way to get free of the car. And I remember the moment I got out the car, everything was just so unreal. Like, wow, is this actually happening? It seemed like a nightmare. And for a moment, I didn't feel like I was alive. I thought I was dead, and my brain was just compensating for that and making me feel as if, okay, a figment of imagination. That's what you can call it. That's a better term. It was making me feel like this was a happy ending, and all this stuff was a result of something that could have possibly happened if I had survived. And I remember when I was on the ground, I'm sure everybody thought I was crazy or delusional, but I looked up into the sky and I just yelled. I was like, thank you, God. Like, thank you, God. Because there's no other way I would have survived had it not been for God. It wasn't a result of me. I didn't save myself. As much as the guys at the scene helped, they didn't save me. God saved me. God delivered me. And yeah, every once in a while, you know, people come up and tell me, man, you're one lucky guy. Like, you're a really lucky guy. And I gotta tell them, nah, it has absolutely nothing to do with luck. The only reason I'm here today is because of the grace, the mercy, and the power of God. God saved me. It wasn't a mere simple accident. God saved me.
Diamond, I love you, and I hope you're alright, and I'm glad that you're alright. For a second, I didn't even see you get out of the car until I was like, time to get out the car. I was really worried, but I'm glad that you're alright, and just make sure, the most importantly, that you thank God, because He's the one who got us out of this.